There has been lots of misconceptions concerning the word and concerning the phrase "let's go back to our roots." When you say "let us go back to our roots," a lot of people choose to misunderstand these words. Let us go back to our roots is a very important movement. When we say "let us go back to our roots," it means a lot. It has nothing to do with you being a traditionalist or not. You don't have to be a traditionalist before you go back to your roots. Let us go back to our roots means let us go back to the ancestral wisdom of our ancestral wisdom. Africans, our ancestors were highly intellectual being. They are very creative with high IQ. They make use of their available resources to solve their problems. When you talk about let us go back to our roots, you should always remember that civilization originated in Africa. You can go and make your research. So when we talk about let us go back to our roots, we are talking about bringing out the creative mind in us. We are talking about making use of our intellectual knowledge, making use of our ancestral knowledge, making use of our IQ to make products that we are going to be making use of. When we talk about let's go back to our roots, is making use of our knowledge, making use of our ancestral wisdom, making use of our ancestral knowledge, making use of our inherent creativity. We are naturally intelligent. Africans are highly intelligent with a high IQ. The birthplace of civilization is Africa. Let us go back to our roots. You don't have to be a traditionalist. You don't have to practice it. We have to make use of our knowledge. We have to make use of our ancestral wisdom. Make use of the available resources in Africa to solve our problems. Go back to research. For instance, we are surrounded with herbs. Every tree in Africa, every leaf in Africa, every stem in Africa, every grass in Africa are medicinal. Our ancestors were able to make use of this to solve their problem. They were able to make use of these herbs, combine leaves, combine roots, combine grasses, and boil it together and be able to solve something. Find cures to sicknesses. This is what our ancestors did. But this time around, we are all depending on the foreign drugs for them to make their research, and we will make use of their own research instead of going to research to make use of our own knowledge. Right now, a lot of us are praying to God for healing. Why the universe has provided and surrounded us with herbs? It is just our common sense that we need. We need to be creative, make use of something, make use of our ancestral knowledge to understand that the universe has provided everything for us. What we need is to know the combination that we are going to use to cure our sicknesses, to solve our problems. The creativity of our ancestors can be seen in the museum of the colonizers. It is over there. Let us go back to our roots means making use of your ancestral wisdom. Let us stop bringing Africa to a negative light. Let us stop talking negatively about Africa. Whenever you talk about let's go back to our roots, you see people making mockery of it. Whenever you talk about let's go back to our roots, you see people the most people that make mockery of this word, make mockery of this phrase, are people who have been blindfolded by religion. Let us go back to our roots. It is an important movement. Let us go back to our roots. It's very, very important. Let us make use of our high IQ. We are intellectuals. We are intelligent. We are creative. It is in us. This is what we inherited from our ancestors. A continent that gave birth to civilization should not be in this very state. We are now importing food that we eat. Our ancestors, they 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 know the food that nourishes the body. They were able to make good use of their knowledge, their ancestral wisdom, to know the kind of food they will take which nourishes the body. But right now we are all taking junk food, a lot of us, and we are crying over the high rate of kidney failures, liver failures, kidney diseases, and many sicknesses, cancers, and the rest of it all. But we have our natural food. But we abandoned our natural food to start taking junk food, and we are crying over kidney failures and the rest of it. We abandoned our natural drinks like the palm wine and inventing some, maybe the canoe, the nunu, and the rest of it all, tiger nuts, all these natural fruits, all these natural drinks. We abandon it to be taking out some beverages that are damaging the system. When you go to the market, you find out that there are many fake drugs, there are many fake drinks, there are many fake drinks in the market, and we are taking it and we are destroying our system. Why can't we go back to our roots? Why can't we make use of our wisdom to know the kind of foods that are nourishing, to know the kind of drinks that are nourishing, to know the combination of fruits that we should be taking that will nourish our soul and body? It is high time we make use of our wisdom. It is high time we make use of our ancestral wisdom. It is high time we make use of our ancestral wisdom to know what we nourish our body. Let us go back to our roots. Definitely going back to our roots. We are definitely going back to becoming the critical thinkers that we used to be, that our ancestors were. You don't have to be a traditionalist for you to go back to your roots. Understand this. Whenever you see something negative about tradition, you will refer it to going back to the roots. We Africans are very good at bringing the negative side of Africa to the world, putting negative side of us to the social media. When you talk about Africa on social media, people begin to picture negative things about Africa. But when they come to Africa, they are surprised that it is not what is being shown on social media, is what is the reality. Let us go back to our roots is an important movement. We are definitely going back to our roots. We are definitely going back to making use of our ancestral wisdom and making use of the available resources in Africa to solve our problems. We are definitely going back to the creative mind that gave birth to civilization in Africa. We are definitely going back to bringing back that wisdom which gave birth to civilization in Africa, in the world. We are highly intellectuals with high IQ. Our ancestral wisdom is inherent, and we are going to display it to the world the moment we go back to our roots. My name is Victory Amarachi Nzenwata Chimdi Amara. Have a blessed day. One love, my people.